think about social media's original purpose, we can see a drastic evolution to what it has become today. What began as a way to connect and express creativity quickly transformed into a harsh environment prone to harassment, intimidation, and bullying. Teens and preteens of this generation are accustomed to social media and the plausible harm.
I think some positives of social media are like you can connect with people you may not have been able to connect to before or like connect with before, and you're able to communicate with your friends more than you might be able to otherwise.
So I want to portray a positive influence on my followers, and I just post stuff about things that are going on in the world, like social injustices and things like that, to spread awareness and petitions and stuff for people to sign.
I want to portray that I like to be a positive person and that I want everyone to know that I don't like to harm or bring down people.
I would say that on social media for my followers, I just want to portray to them that like I have a life outside of school and that I have friends who want to hang out with me.
Somebody who is seeing something or witnessing something or it's happening to them is often hesitant to report it to us because they don't want to be known as the person that told on another person.
I think that's part of the problem about social media is that, but once it's made about you and it's made public, it's really hurtful.
I also feel like there's a sense of isolation that even though today's kids are more connected through social media, you're not sitting in a classroom with people.
In middle school, when a lot of my friends got Snapchat, this kid had made an account and he was targeting certain people. And when we found out who it was, we were all my friend group was specifically scared because we knew him and we didn't have the best relationship with him. And we were scared that we were going to be the ones targeted next.
So it is harder. I mean, when I was a kid, we called each other on the phone, but now you text things and someone could screenshot it, even if it's Snapchat, because I know that goes away, whatever away means. But it's there, it's already out. So someone could have copied it or recorded it or something, and then it's always around. So that's one of those things that's harder with social media.
So when me and my friends fight sometimes, it is posted on social media for people to see, and that gives me anxiety because then when I go into school, it is kind of a public matter rather than private, and everyone's asking what happened or, the details about it, and it just, is made others' business, and it shouldn't happen.
So one of the things we've done, I think it was starting last year and we're going to use it again this year, we have purchased a service called Stop It, which is a way for students or anybody associated with the school to anonymously report something. So they don't have to worry about them being identified as the individual who came forth. They can submit a report. We may not never know who it came from, but oftentimes those reports provide information that allow us to identify the issue and help to address it and look into it because now we have that information.
I think everyone's had the negative experience of like going onto social media and seeing everyone posting pictures or videos of events and then you're not there and then you get really like kind of like in your own head, like why wasn't I there? Why am I at home chilling while everyone else is out partying or like eating or whatever?
Considering the times that we're in, social media has been that one big thing that everyone can see, like what's happening currently. There are still always those people that are going to post in the background negatively and things like that. But I think right now, social media is what we need to stay current on certain things and get the answers that we need.
So because of the pandemic we're in, I'm on social media so much more.
I think that the pandemic has definitely made it so I go on social media more because before the pandemic, I would have like school or homework or friends or like just go out with different people and I wouldn't really have a reason to check my phone as much. But now since I'm at home like 75% of the time, there's nothing else to do except go on social media and just see what else is happening.
I think it's caused me a lot more stress and anxiety than anything because I'm just sitting there trying to focus on school, but then I'm on social media.
When the pandemic first started and I had to go home from school because school was closed because of it, I definitely turned to social media more than I do because, you know, we couldn't leave the house. So I was like, social media is where I talk to all my friends. It's where I post things. I definitely use it way more. And it was all just in sight of staying in touch with my friends, but I think I use it now just to cover up my boredom.
I think, knowing me as a person, I probably still would go on social media, even knowing that it might cause me more anxiety than it's worth, just because I would still have that fear of like, what am I missing out on? What is everyone else doing that I'm not? So I think I would still do it, even though it would make me really anxious having it.
I think I still would have because one, everyone's on it, and I would feel like I wasn't in the know of everyone else. Two, I feel now being older and growing from those kind of experiences because of social media, I, try to uplift girls saying like you don't need to look like these supermodels you see all over social media, and I feel as though if I wasn't on social media I wouldn't be as educated, and I don't want to turn a blind eye to the reality of social media.
There can be some extreme cases of bullying on social media, but for now, young people should be thankful that social media remains positive for people to share experiences and lift each other up.